This might be it, guys. Smash that like button.
This is how we party.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. We are very, very close. A little over $100 away from hitting the all-time high price for Bitcoin. Guys, smash up that like button. It may be coming very, very soon. Guys, let me know how you're feeling in the chat. We are so close right now. We are so close. This could be it, guys. You know, we hit 19,873 here on Coinbase earlier today, which was just like $20 away from the all-time high. We're coming right back to that level. And again, 19,891 is the all-time high on Coinbase. And today, Coinbase was one of the only exchanges that did not get a break or at least a test above the all-time high. So if it happens on Coinbase, then it's more official, in my opinion. So we're getting really, really close. This is absolutely amazing, guys. Nothing to do but watch and see how this plays out. Just checking chat. I see a lot of familiar faces in the chat. What is up, guys? Hopefully, we get to see Bitcoin break the all-time high during this stream. We are so, so close. And right now, we are, what, about 5 minutes away from the monthly candle close, the highest monthly candle close in Bitcoin history. And it would be epic if within the next 5 minutes, Bitcoin was able to close this monthly above the all-time high. That would be even more epic, guys. That would be unbelievable. We're so damn close. Guys, definitely hit that like button if you're just joining and subscribe if you're new. That is an unbelievable monthly candle close, guys. It is so crazy. It is so crazy how bullish things got. We'll see if we can get there. We're just 5 minutes away. Let's see. Just 5 minutes to the highest record-breaking monthly candle close in Bitcoin history. We're like less than a couple $100 away from the all-time high. This is going to be really, really interesting to see how the next monthly candle starts off. Guys, let me know in the chat, do you think this monthly candle is going to close below the all-time high within 5 minutes or above? Click 1 for above, 2 for below. We're getting there. Hopefully we don't get too much resistance. I mean, guys, this is the 30-minute chart, low time frame. Just keep that in mind. Also, we got Ethereum 2 coming up not in the not so distant future. How many hours is it until F2? Does anyone in the chat know? How many hours is it until F2? It seems like most people in the chat don't think that we're going to break, or sorry, have the high, the monthly close above the all-time high, which we're just a few minutes away, so maybe not, but we'll see. I wonder how much momentum we're going to have here after this monthly closes. And what I really like to do is I look at the line chart, because according to the line chart, Bitcoin is well above the all-time high because it only accounts for monthly candle closes. And you know, this is obviously the area this is actually the most valuable Bitcoin has ever been, even though we're not necessarily above the all-time high right now. This is the most valuable that Bitcoin has ever been in terms of market cap. So it's pretty amazing time for Bitcoin. It's an amazing time to be in the crypto market. $12 hours. Someone said finding UFO says 12 hours till F2 launch. And also, what is it? What did we hear from Coinbase today? Coinbase, Ethereum staking. I saw this earlier. Ethereum 2.0 staking is coming to Coinbase, guys. This is also massive, massive news for Ethereum. Ethereum 2 staking is coming to Coinbase. US digital currency exchange Coinbase has outlined plans for supporting Ethereum 2 staking rewards, possibly setting the stage for an even wider adoption of Ethereum. So that's huge news, guys. Massive news for Ethereum. Coinbase indicated that it will communicate more details closer to the launch of each feature. So we're going to find out soon. We're going to find out soon. What's up, Jesus is in the chat. Yeah, Bitstamp is above the all-time high, someone said. Yeah, Bitstamp hit above the all-time high earlier. This is not the all-time high line. And also, I think someone else did too. Or who was it? Was it Binance? Was it someone? I forget. It was Bitstamp hit the all-time high. Kraken hit the all-time high. Coinbase is just below. So here we are, 1 minute, guys. 1 minute to the monthly candle close. Highest monthly candle close in Bitcoin history. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Fireworks for the record-breaking monthly candle close for Bitcoin. This is truly an amazing time to be in crypto. There was never a better time to be in crypto than 2020. I mean, you could have literally avoided the entire 2018 bear market and just bought the dip here during the COVID-19 collapse, and then you would have been good to go. So there it is, guys. Highest monthly candle close in Bitcoin history. Where did we close exactly? Let's see. What was the exact price of that monthly close, guys? What, 19,700, basically 19,715. So here's the new monthly right now. Right here. This is also Coinbase. So this is the new monthly candle right here. Breaking all kinds of records. So we weren't, we didn't close above the all-time high, but still, it's pretty good. Still pretty damn good. So let's see what happens now. Seeing a little bit of resistance after the monthly candle close. Just a few $100 from the all-time high. So if we go to from this high to this low for Bitcoin, if we do actually pop above the all-time high, we're going to be, you know, the first major target is the 1272, closer to 24K. Some people are looking at 25, but the 1272 is coming in at 24,165. It's honestly, I'm quite nervous. I'm quite nervous because we just had the monthly candle close and now we're at the all-time high, like right there. So it's like I'm like on the edge of my seat right now, waiting to see what happens here. Guys, definitely smash up that like button and spam the chat. Spam the chat to get this live stream feed up in the ranks there. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of people are asking about my prediction earlier this week where I was talking about Bitcoin possibly pulling back to 14K, which obviously right now does not look like it's going to happen. I was talking about how, you know, after we had this major rejection off the all-time high this weekly here. Actually, let's just go to the daily. I was expecting Bitcoin to come back to test the 21-week EMA, right? Because that is a very common retrace target for Bitcoin, that we come back to test the 21-week EMA. So I was actually looking for prices closer to 14K. I was saying anything, I mean, even right now, anything below 16K is a great buy area, and 14K right now is an optimal buy area, right? Which, you know, again, are we going to get there? I mean, who knows? We're doing really well right now. We're coming really close to the all-time high. It's, you know, of course, it's becoming less and less likely over time, although, you know, this market never ceases to surprise us, right? So we'll see. We will see. Yeah, for Bitstamp right now, if I just mark up the all-time high, we are currently trading, are we trading above it right now? Bitstamp is like at it. We're like at it. And Ethereum seems to be doing pretty good. Looking at the 1 hour chart, we're really close to that previous high. I wonder if we're going to break into a new high for Eth2, for the Eth2 launch. It's hard to tell. We're like at the high right now. People are definitely on the edge of their seat waiting. Guys, let me know in the chat, do you think Bitcoin's going to break the all-time high tonight? And do you think Ethereum's going to hit a new high? Click 1 for yes, 2 for no. Is that going to happen tonight during this stream? Because honestly, I'm just waiting to see. There's nothing that I can do other than literally just watch the chart. I'm like on the edge of my seat right now. So we got Ethereum also, you know, right at the high. This is the daily chart for Ethereum that you're seeing right here. We're right at that high point, seeing a little bit of resistance. Bitcoin's seeing a little bit of resistance. Chainlink is actually, if you're looking at the right side, doing pretty good. Chainlink is coming up above $14.40 right now. $14.40. So Chainlink doing good coming up. If you're looking at the right side, Ethereum seeing a bit of resistance at the high. And Bitcoin also seeing a bit of resistance here after this monthly candle close. Bitcoin's gonna crack 1K, said someone in the chat. I mean, it's possible. I mean, it's definitely possible that it would happen at some point, for sure. Oh, sorry. I forgot the fireworks are on. My bad, guys. My bad, guys. So let's open Bitcoin up here on the Cryptowatch desktop app and go to the 4 hour. So Bitcoin is kind of just chopping its way up to the all-time high. In terms of the 4 hour right now, we're doing pretty good. We bounced up. We're seeing a little bit of a retrace off the all-time high. As long as we can continue up, you know, as long as we hold this trajectory. Oh yeah, guys, Ethereum hitting 1K is totally doable. It's less than a 100% gain away, right? It's less than a 100% gain off. So that is totally doable. Yeah, this monthly close though was really something else and a bit of a surprise as well. To me at least, the fact that it was just so bullish. We basically closed the monthly at the all-time high. I mean, unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable. We're still squeezing. Even though we have a little bit of resistance, we're still squeezing for now. And I'm wondering if Ethereum is gonna keep going up into the S2 launch. Oxygen says, "Here's the deal, guys. If you want it to go up, keep buying more." Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a little bit irresponsible, but I guess. I mean, there wasn't all that, like, we had this major dump off the all-time high or below it. And since then it's just crazy how we immediately rebound and we just like found no sellers all the way up. Crazy. Yeah, guys, I still have all the intros loaded up. So we can watch them again. Though I don't have a new one prepared. Well, that was Kraken earlier with a crazy wick. Let's see. So we've obviously just been finding significantly higher lows all the way up. So as long as we keep squeezing, you know, we keep finding those higher lows and we keep squeezing, we'll be all right. Ethereum is now sitting right here, testing that previous resistance area as potential new support. Hopefully we can hold that for Ethereum and look to continue up, and then we break that previous high. And also Chainlink on the right is coming up, finding some resistance, but we're back above 14 again. So that's nice to see. So in the last, we can also look at the last bull run. Go to, actually, we gotta look at the monthly. So what was the last, I'm just curious, what was the last price action there for the monthly candle after we hit the all-time high? So we came up to the all-time high, saw a major wick, then close this monthly. In the next 2 months after breaking the all-time high, we're just straight up. Or actually the next 5 months, we're just straight up after we had the highest monthly close for Bitcoin. Because that was basically, this monthly candle was closing above the all-time high. April of 2017, we were closing above the all-time high on this monthly. And after that, we just saw consecutive green monthly candle closes into the next bull run. People are asking if we're going to get our Lambos now. Well, I don't know if we're going to get them now, but you may get them, you know, somewhere up here. You may get your Lambo somewhere up here. Maybe in the next couple of years, next year or two. You might get your Lambo then. So we got Bitcoin on the left. This is the 30-minute chart. Bitcoin on the left, Ethereum in the middle, Chainlink on the right side. So Bitcoin is still fighting for that all-time high. Ethereum is also fighting to hold that previous resistance as new support. Guys, if you're new to the stream, definitely smash up that like button. What do we have, like almost 700 people watching? Definitely hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. So let's see. Is something happening with XRP? Because everyone's asking. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm gonna pull this up. Oh wait, Cryptowatch just added the new snowflake feature. Though, how do I turn this off? I can't even see it. There it is. What? Wait, where is this? Sorry guys, hold on. I can't seem to know how to turn this off right now, which is quite annoying. So people are asking about XRP. Is something happening with this right now? Not really. Not all that much, guys. There's not really much to look at there. I mean, yeah, it's doing well, but I'm not sure. It's not really doing all too much. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get this situated. So Jesus says that YFI and Ethereum will get you Lambos faster. Well, I mean, you know, Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin right now. That is true. Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin this year. So if we're looking at, guys, look at these stats. Look at these stats for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink. Chainlink is actually doing the best over the past year. You know, people are a little bit disappointed with the way that Chainlink has been behaving because it's not just going straight to the moon, but it's still the top performer in the past year by far, guys. So if you were already in Chainlink, you know, doing well. If you got in late, it's a little bit disappointing, right? A little bit disappointing if you got in late. So what's going on in chat, guys? At this point, I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens. We're just waiting to see how Bitcoin does here. Forget the Lambos, we're getting UFOs. Yeah, I'm down, I'm down. Sir Khan says, Kevin, you still waiting for 14K? Well, I mean, not necessarily. I mean, it is definitely still a buy target. You know, we haven't really confirmed above the all-time high yet. Like, we're not moving above the all-time high. So there is still a chance that Bitcoin could reject these levels. It's totally possible. Even if we get above the all-time high, it's possible that we do wick back down to test below. And if we do, I would be looking for a test of the 21-week EMA, which, you know, it depends, right? It depends on how high we go and where we are. So if Bitcoin starts trending up above the all-time high, like let's say we hit like 25K and then we pull back, I mean, my buy target is going to be raised. It's going to be raised the higher the 21-week EMA goes. So this 14K buy target right now could end up turning into a 17K buy target, you know, next year. If we do bounce up, you know, above the all-time high and then pull back going into the first couple months of next year, right? So my buy target will change, guys, right? My buy target will change based on where the 21 EMA is sitting, right? You know, if we pull back sooner rather than later, then yeah, I mean, that buy target is still valid. But it's looking less and less likely, unless this monthly candle, this new monthly candle is bearish and we do pull back to like 17K, you know. But we'll see. We will see. Looking at the Bitcoin, this is the low time frame. This is the 30-minute chart, guys. You just want to see Bitcoin continue to make these higher lows up to that high, right? We are so close. Seeing a little bit of resistance across the board, of course, after the highest monthly candle close in Bitcoin history. Bitcoin is on the left, guys. Ethereum is in the middle. Chainlink is on the right. Just looking at chat to see what you guys have to say as we're waiting to see if Bitcoin can finally get a break above the all-time high. Wife-changing wealth is coming next year. Wife-changing. Wife-changing wealth, says Golden Anderson. It's quite possible that your wives might change based on the amount of wealth that you generate in the next year, guys. MS says, I watched your analysis on analysis videos on Chainlink when it broke its all-time high and went to $20. Can we expect a similar behavior for Bitcoin? Well, I mean, possibly. So Bitcoin is finding some support again, which is pretty cool. So this 30-minute candle is getting bought up once again. Yeah, I mean, guys, we could expect potentially, you know, some parabolic moves for Bitcoin moving forward. Hold on, let's see. Because, you know, you guys, you know how it works in the Bitcoin market. We've seen this time and time again, right? The way that when Bitcoin really goes in a parabolic run, I mean, it's massive. It's enormous, right? And usually what happens is we run up, we go parabolic in the short term, right? We have a short-term parabola that forms right here. Short-term parabola, then it breaks. And then we create a larger parabola, short-term parabola to the upside, right? And then it breaks. And then once again, short-term parabola to the upside, and then it breaks again. And you see this a lot, right? That's kind of how the Bitcoin's market structure plays out in these longer-term time frames. Short-term parabola, breakdown. And when it breaks down, everyone kind of thinks that that's like the end of the world. Right? Everyone's like, oh my God, Bitcoin's dumping, it's going to zero, right? But if you just bought along the 618 golden retrace from low to high, you know, we touched the 618 perfectly on that dump. We touched the 618 perfectly on that dump. You know, Bitcoin does tend to retrace to the 618 on a lot of these pullbacks. So now, my point is, if Bitcoin's running up, if we do break the all-time high right now, right? Let's say we break the all-time high and things go insane, right? We're going ultra bullish, and we create this short-term parabola, right? And we like rally up like high. If we then break the parabolic trend, you know, look to buy, you know, potentially closer to the golden retrace wherever the top is. But don't think that it's over. It's just a buying opportunity, most likely. This is usually how Bitcoin does it, right? So let's say we bounce up somewhere, you pull back to the golden retrace. That's usually the buy target in Bitcoin bull markets is the 618 on a major pullback. And then you look for another major run up. You break the short-term parabola, you pull back to the previous high as new support. Like, this is the kind of stuff that I'm looking for on the way up. I mean, this is like classic. This is just classic stuff. And this is, Bitcoin is a very momentum-driven asset. And this is usually how it goes, right? And maybe, you know how I was saying I want to buy along this blue 21-week EMA right here? You know how I was saying that, guys? Maybe we don't hit the blue 21-week EMA until like somewhere all the way over here, right? This is also possible. Bitcoin may break the all-time high soon, run up to some insane target like 30, 40K, then pull back, right, towards that previous high. We bounce off of the 21-week EMA, rally up again, hit like 70, 60, whatever, 70K or something, pull back to the previous high at 40K, bounce again, hit that 21-week EMA, right? And that would be very, very similar to what Bitcoin did over here, right? Very similar style action. So, the prime buying opportunity is likely going to be along this blue 21-week EMA, but instead of going down to 14K sooner, that's kind of what I thought. Like this all-time high test rejected the 21-week EMA. I was expecting something similar for Bitcoin. If we don't do that, then it may be something, something like this, and then within the next like year or so, maybe we'd be running up to, it would probably be longer than that, right? It'd probably be longer than that, but we'll see. But that's the kind of structure you want to look for. And what you can do, a strategy you could use, guys, if you're going to trade these swings. Now, this timing is, the way I drew it, the timing's not perfect, but if you want to time these, if you want to trade these swings, guys, you have the short-term parabola that builds, and then when it breaks, when you break the short-term parabola, you scale out a little bit. You scale out, and then if you find good support, you reaccumulate. Short-term parabola forms again, you break it, you reaccumulate along the 21-week EMA. And that was kind of like the perfect strategy. I'm not sure why my mouse is being weird. And that was like the perfect strategy back here in 2017. You look for those parabolic trend breaks and then reaccumulate at the low. Parabolic trend break, reaccumulate at the low. So you scale out after the rejection or the breakthrough, the parabolic trend, reaccumulate. Or, basically the point of that is if you're scaling out after the short-term parabola is broken, if you scale out, then you're reducing your risk a little bit that, if that is the high, like the all-time high, the next all-time high for Bitcoin, well, at least you got something out before it dumped. But then if you find some good support and you bounce up, you reaccumulate there, run up again, break the parabolic trend, scale out of your long-term positions a little bit, just a portion of them, then reaccumulate on the dump, but just a little bit, not too much. But that's just sort of de-risking for a potential pullback and a potential all-time high. So, and same thing went here. If the all-time high, guys, if you had done this here, so let's say we have this parabola form, we break it. If you had scaled out, along that parabolic trend break, you would have, you would have reduced your risk. You would have taken profit all at the right time. So that's kind of like the idea, because you don't know where the all-time high is going to be for sure. Nobody really knows for sure. So you can use that strategy where you break the short-term parabolas, you de-risk, you take some profit on that trend break, and then if you find good support, you reaccumulate again. Now, you don't have to do that at all. You can just hold, right? You don't have to do all that kind of complicated trading. You can just hold as well. That is just as okay. Yeah, but so some people are saying, oh, he's just drawing in hindsight. Yes, of course, that's what I'm doing. I'm taking a past pattern and painting it on the chart here. But it's not just one time. It's happened many times. This is how Bitcoin behaves on many different runs, guys, right? I mean, Bitcoin's parabolic trend in both of these areas, you go parabolic, and then you break down out of your parabola, and you create like a descending triangle pattern, a decrease in momentum, or what it really indicates is an increasing selling pressure and flat line of demand. Same thing happened after this parabolic trend. You had an increase of selling pressure and a flat line of demand. And it's like the same, it's almost like the exact same psychology in all these runs. OBS makes my computer lag a lot. It's really annoying. But yeah. So like you break the parabolic trend, same thing here. And then you create a descending triangle type pattern. You know, doesn't have to be exact, it could be a symmetrical triangle too, but it's almost the exact same psychology. You get an exponential increase in demand. You get excessive amounts of emotional feedback where the hype just continues to increase at an exponential rate, which creates an exponential increase in demand, which is why parabolic trends are formed in the first place, right? And then when you break that trend, because when the market is going up in a parabolic trajectory, everybody's comfortable, right? As long as you know what to look for, you're comfortable. You know, we're going parabolic, we're creating significantly higher lows, we're maintaining this trend, we're getting steeper and steeper, and people are comfortable with this trend because it's really bullish and we're continuing up. But once you break that trend to the downside, at least the experienced traders, the whales, the investors who know what they're doing, they go, all right, well, there's our signal. We broke the trend. There was not enough demand for Bitcoin right here in the beginning of January to maintain the parabolic trend, so we broke it. Guys, and this is not, I'm not just like, if you go to the beginning, the first couple videos of my channel, I was bearish on Bitcoin for this exact reason. Guys, I was bearish on Bitcoin right here in January for this exact reason, right? You can go watch the videos. And I called this bounce up to 11K as a dead cat bounce, and that we would probably reject right off this level. It's all on record. It's all in the beginning, the first few videos of my channel. So I'm not just talking out of my butt. I actually identified this in 2018 in January. It's all on record, right? And this is the same. And guys, it's not even that complicated. This is the same exact thing that happened here in 2019. We broke the parabolic trend. I also called this breakdown. It's all on record, all in the channel. And I was calling for 7.2K bounce off the 618. Of course, we fell lower than that, but it was pretty good overall. This is when Sunny Decree gave me this shout out, because he was actually watching my live stream while Bitcoin was rejecting, and I was calling for prices down to the golden retrace. He was watching my stream right there when I was calling for these prices. And so he gave me that shout out. So guys, again, I'm just saying this because it's not that hard to identify if you know what you're looking for. And the psychology is like so similar. It's just so similar. The way that you go parabolic and you break down and you create like a descending triangle. You go parabolic, you create like a symmetrical triangle. It's like very similar style stuff. So we could be looking for something. We could be looking for something similar if Bitcoin is going to go on this run now. You could be. And when you break that parabolic trend to the downside, you know that the bull run is probably over. And if you create some pattern that resembles like a symmetrical triangle, descending triangle, then what that indicates is that you have an increase in selling pressure, and demand is only strong enough to create horizontal support, and then you break down. You see? It's a lot of like trading psychology. It's a lot of like a pattern identification, trend identification is all involved in this. And it happens time and time again. It's crazy. Now, is it guaranteed to happen again? No. Anything could happen. COVID-19 wave 3 could happen, and then Bitcoin doesn't do this. But, I mean, this is kind of just how things go. It's kind of just how things go in the Bitcoin market. It's all based on momentum, because what is Bitcoin really based on, right? It's based on, you know, the decreasing, or the inflation for Bitcoin is always decreasing, so the supply is always getting thinner, right? So that in of itself creates demand almost artificially in a sense, right? That creates more demand for Bitcoin because people know it's getting scarce. Miners are getting less rewards every halving, so so there is half as much selling pressure on the market every halving. So the next halving that takes place, there's going to be half as much selling pressure after that halving, and that's kind of what plays into the stock to flow model in a little bit, right? Not really, but it definitely helps the trend, when you have half as much selling pressure from miners after the halving, yeah, I mean, if you have any significant increase in demand for Bitcoin after the halving, and you have half as much selling pressure, yeah, I mean, the price is probably going to go up, right? Price is probably going to go up. So, yeah. Guys, if you're just tuning in, definitely hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Subscribe if you're new. Fred coming in with the 5. He says, what time frame are you looking for a candle close under the parabolic trend before you start phase out? I'm going to stick with 1 to 3 day for now. Under the parabolic trends, well, I mean, guys, it really depends. What do you, which parabolic trend are you talking about, right? It really depends, guys. Because like the short-term parabolas, if they do in fact form, you could be looking for a 1 to 3 day candle close outside of it. Then yeah, maybe you'll be able to call the pullback. In terms of the larger stuff, yeah, you want to see like at least a weekly. Just looking at the Discord chat right now, guys. Definitely join that Discord. Here, I'm going to post the Discord link. Join our Discord community. Why not, right? It's free. If you guys use Discord, of course. So Bitcoin is still fighting for that high here on the left side of the screen. Bitcoin is still getting bought up on this 30-minute here, the last 30-minute, and we're going to see if we can get bought up again on this 30-minute. Would be interesting. Yeah, a lot of people keep asking about Chainlink. They're like, "Oh, what's going on with Chainlink? Why isn't it doing what Bitcoin's doing?" Well, guys, I mean, you know, some people were late. You know, some people might have been late for Chainlink, but Chainlink is the top performer in the top 20 cryptos. It's doing the best. It's doing the best by far. Chainlink is doing really, really well this year, up 565% in the past year. Now, because it has gone up so quickly, so fast, you know, it's kind of like just maintaining its price levels. It's maintaining its place as the number 7 top cryptocurrency right now, fighting for the spot with Litecoin. So, you know, Chainlink is sitting there up in the number 7 top crypto. It has had some of the best performance this year. 500% top crypto in the, you know, top performing asset in the top 20 coins. Really, really good. Rich Buddy coming in with a 2 and says, cool. Appreciate that. If somebody says, if Bitcoin goes to $1 million, what's the first thing I'm going to buy? Probably an island. Probably an island would be good, right? Brett Wagner coming in with the 5. He says, most people are looking for a correction between here and 25K. Traditional thinking would say that the herd is wrong and we continue from here. Thoughts? Guys, honestly, it's really hard. It's really hard to determine that right now, honestly. You know, what is Bitcoin going to do? Are we going to break the all-time high? Are we going to go up to 25K, then pull back? Are we going to, you know, never pull back. Like, I mean, how am I supposed to know that? That's really, really hard to tell. Guys, when you're going through price discovery like that, it's not something like if an analyst says Bitcoin's going to go to 27,500 and then pull back to 22,000 at the all-time high and then rally again, and that happens, guys, they just got lucky. Like, they just got lucky. There's no way in hell you could really know that. Like, it's just crazy to think that you could. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know. I don't know. Here's one thing you can do. You want to see one thing you can do to figure this out? What could Bitcoin do? What might traders do in this market after Bitcoin breaks the all-time high? Let's check it out. From high to low, Bitcoin may run up to this fib extension target at the 1272 at 24,149 from the last all-time high to bear market low. The first target above the all-time high comes in at 24,149. According to Bitstamp's chart. It could be different. It could be different on a different exchange. So let's say, let's go with like what Coinbase would be or something. You know, maybe it's like 24.5K, 24.5. You could just say 25,000. Maybe, right? That's the only thing I would be able to say at this point. Really hard to tell though. Bluefig says you're going to buy an island with $1 million Bitcoin, and then he says, "How many Bitcoin do you own, Kevin?" Well, that's not going to be public information. Though, if Bitcoin hits $1 million, I mean, you can buy islands for like $500,000. You can buy islands for $500,000. They're not good islands, but they're islands. There's some websites you can check that actually sell islands for like $500,000. So Bitcoin is still squeezing here. I wonder if we're going to be able to do it or not. Insane monthly candle close. Guys, let me know in the chat. Do you guys think that this monthly candle close, or sorry, the next monthly candle is going to be up? Close even higher? Click one in the chat. Click 1 in the chat if you think we're going to be going up on the next monthly, and click 2 if you think we're going to be going down on the next monthly. $200 for Kevin Sass today. $200 or $2? I appreciate it. So well, I just asked the chat, do you guys think the next monthly candle is going to close above the all-time high or below the all-time high? Is basically what the question was. We have 800 people watching. Definitely hit that like button if you're just tuning in, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So it seems like most people in the chat, think that Bitcoin's next monthly candle is going to close above, although there's a lot of spammers, so it might be even. It might be even. December monthly close. Yeah, we're gonna see. That's gonna be an interesting one. Well, I mean, yeah, the December monthly close is gonna be the next, or the final, obviously the final close of the year. So that'll be cool to watch. Yeah, guys, if you're spamming the chat, you're probably gonna get timed out. Or 6CZR1 is coming in with all the timeouts right now. You guys are getting timed out by the mods for spamming. Don't be a spammer. Yeah, this monthly close was very, very strong, but we're going to see what the result is after. Do you have XRP? I do not, guys. I do not. So we're still, you know, if you're looking at the Ethereum chart on the 30-minute, we're still, you know, on a nice trend up. Same thing with Bitcoin. We're still like perched right up here, right? Hopefully we can find support and then rally and break the all-time high, but we'll see. We'll see. You know, we did potentially create a lower high here if we can't get up. Just looking at chat. Yeah, guys, the 30-minute chart is not really like. You can look at the 4-hour chart. At least the 4-hour. Like the 4-hour chart, we're still looking pretty good. We could still get bought up and push higher. What is it? Less than 12 hours till F2, right? Less than 12 hours till F2. Ethereum seeing some resistance now at this high. Ethereum seeing some resistance right now at this previous high. I guess right here, this area. We will see. The volume profile tool is showing a lot of support closer to 594. Well, we will see, guys. Where's Bitcoin at here on the 30-minute? Still creating higher lows for the time being. Still creating higher lows for the time being. And Chainlink is actually looking pretty good. Though it is finding resistance right now. We did see a nice pump yesterday. You know, the 1366 area is a very critical area. So as long as Chainlink can hold the 1366 range, which is a previous resistance, previous support, and resistance in this range as well, right? So 1366, we got to hold that. I mean, this previous resistance, this previous support line is now resistance for Chainlink a little bit at least. I mean, hopefully you can turn it back into support again. You want to bounce off of 1366 because that is a very, very significant level in this range. So as long as you can, break out, come back, test 1366 as support, and then rally again, then you're looking pretty good. You definitely don't want to see Chainlink falling below 1366 because then you could be, that could be a decrease in momentum overall, possibly, right? Could be. Seeing a little bit of a pullback. For Ethereum here. Bitcoin's still holding 19,550. Though, of course, the Chainlink is kind of underperforming recently, even though it is the top performing crypto in the top 20 coins. It is underperforming a little bit, right? Sending gratitude to the crypto gods. I want a discounted island too, they say. Yeah, we're gonna see if things could get bearish now after this monthly close, right? It could happen. Maybe. We'll see. You know, you want to hold that previous high here. We do now have our first 4-hour candle close above the 19.5K high. You know, this area where we closed the 4 hours at basically 19,400. We did get our first 4-hour close above that, so that's good progress. Now we want to, you know, obviously keep closing above 19.4. Yeah, I don't know. Is Ethereum going to have a sell the news event for ETH2? Is that going to be the case? Who knows? We are seeing a little bit of a dump right now. A little bit of a dump. Bitcoin now at 19.5. Now at 19.5. So 19.5 is the previous high right here. So you're going to want to hold that as new support, right? Robin says, check previous touches of all-time high. Was always followed by bearish month before going higher. Yeah, guys, it is quite possible. You never know. You never know. We'll see. I mean, Bitcoin is still holding 9.5, right? We're still holding 9.5, so we'll see. As long as we keep closing 4 hours above 19,400, then it's pretty good, right? Overall, then that's pretty good. Hopefully Ethereum can catch support here. I would be very disappointed if Ethereum had a sell the news event for ETH2. Wouldn't that be annoying? Guys, if you are watching this stream right now, definitely hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Jay Constant says, buy now or regret at 100K. Well, I mean, I don't know if you should go all in, but you could DCA here. I mean, it is the all-time high, but... Aprixe says, is it wise to invest now or wait until it drops? Well, like I was just saying, you could DCA a little bit, though. You know, it is quite possible that Bitcoin drops from the all-time high. You know, it is totally possible that we do see rejection off of the all-time high, right? You never really know. So you know, you got to be prepared for that, right? And it's like if you're new and you want to invest in the market, just putting all of your money in at this price is going to be very stressful, because if the price goes down, you're going to be like, oh my God, why did I go all in at that price, right? So keep that in mind as well. Keep that in mind as well. So you might want to DCA, which means you buy a little bit, and if it drops, you have more cash ready on the side to buy the dip. So Bitcoin is seeing a little bit of a pullback below 19.5. A little bit of action below 19.5. Ethereum is trying to hold 603. It's getting interesting because we just had the monthly close. We'll see, right? Let's see what chat is saying. Yeah, guys, don't. Yeah, Garfield saying following advice from random comments on the internet. Yeah, I mean, just be careful with what you do. I mean, one thing here, guys. Here's one thing. If you're new to crypto and you're watching this right now, one thing that I always say is always assume that the market could go lower. So no matter what you do, right? If you buy, just assume the market can go lower, and that it probably will. Which means you should be comfortable with how much you buy. If you put a certain amount of money in the market, just tell yourself, okay, the market could be going lower soon, and I need to be mentally ready for that to happen. So if you put money in the market, just assume that it's going to go lower, and you need to be comfortable with that and have more cash ready on the side to buy the dip. So that you're ready, you know, okay, the market could go lower. So how much am I comfortable with putting in now? Okay, I'm gonna put this much in. I have more cash ready so that if it does go lower, I'm gonna buy more when it goes lower. See, that is the strategy that is much more comfortable rather than getting all crazy and being like, I need to just go all in right now because if it breaks the all-time high, I'm gonna make more money. Like that is, you know, if you haven't bought any Bitcoin yet, you know, that strategy is a little bit sketch. A little bit sketch. Kevin Blander says, where do we buy DCA? That's hilarious. Where do we buy DCA? Yeah, dollar cost average is the new top crypto right now, guys. Dollar cost average is the best crypto there is. I bet you somebody has just clicked on CoinMarketCap to type it in, but it doesn't exist. So we've been streaming for probably over an hour now, guys. Definitely hit that like button if you're tuning in. Over an hour now. Definitely smash up that like button and subscribe to this channel if you are new, guys. Yeah, we'll see, guys. We're just waiting to see what the market does here. Just waiting to see. DCA to the moon. Yeah, I mean, guys, if you're gonna, you know, again, if you're gonna, I know there's a lot of new people watching this right now. I know there's a lot of new people watching. So if you're new and you're like sitting there like, oh my God, what do I do? Do I buy in right now? Like, oh my God, am I gonna miss the next bull run? No, guys, you're not gonna miss the next bull run because things take time. Nothing happens overnight. Bitcoin could break above 20K tonight and run all the way to 25K in a week and then just go and come right back below 20K next month. Like, this market is absolutely insane. This market is absolutely insane. So if you're gonna average in, right? Like, take it slow. Don't go too crazy. Yeah, there's no reason to rush. I mean, especially now at the all-time high, there's no reason to rush into the market. You know, you don't want to rush in at the all-time high, even though, yeah, maybe it's, you know, maybe we break the all-time high, but it's always definitely a little bit sketchy if you do that. I mean, there are also other opportunities in the market. You know, Ethereum is still well below its all-time high, right? Ethereum is still well below its all-time high. Though, I mean, everything is really far up today or over the past week. A lot of people in the chat are saying, don't worry, correction coming, don't worry. I mean, yeah, maybe, we'll see. Again, the correction may, it's really hard to tell, right? Like I was showing earlier on the screen. Where was it? Like, it is actually possible that there isn't a significant correction and we test the 21-week EMA like after busting up to like 30K, 40K, and then pulling back. Like, honestly, this wouldn't be that crazy. It is totally possible that, some kind of crazy bull run, because Bitcoin does tend to do these kinds of things, that, maybe this bull run actually kicks off sooner than we think and we end up pulling back to the 21-week EMA like in the first couple months of the next year before rallying again, and that we don't get that dip to the 21-week EMA sooner rather than later, which is like kind of what I thought was going to happen. I thought we were going to get a pullback towards the 21-week EMA, like 14K, like as low as was what I said, as low as, and I was saying in between 16K to 14K is like a good buy zone right now is what I was saying. And obviously, it's possible that we don't get it. It's possible we don't get it and we do continue up, right? But if we do reject soon, then I would still be looking for buys along that zone. Somewhere along that zone. Right, so the bearish scenario, in my opinion, this is like the most bullish scenario, what you're seeing on the screen right now. The most bearish, like in my opinion, the most bearish scenario right now that I think is actually likely would be a test down to, well, the most thing that's possible right now, I think, would be a test at 12K, but that's a whole different scenario. But a test down to that, 14 to 16K level would actually be a great buy opportunity, and it is still possible. It is still possible. But it's, it's becoming, of course, less and less likely as we move up to the all-time high. Joe says he thinks that the institutional investors are going to prevent the dip down to the EMA. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows how that really will play out? It's hard to tell. Will the institutions, is there enough institutional demand to just keep the price up? Maybe. It's possible. Someone says that this time is different. Well, it's only different until it's like really different, right? It's not necessarily completely different yet. Not totally. What is the crypto market cap right now? We're still below the all-time high there. So the crypto market cap is still low, well below the all-time high. Of course, because there was a lot of crap coins that were pumping back here. So it's going to take a little bit. Of course, Ethereum was at what, $1,400? Bitcoin was at like near 20K. Ethereum was at $1,400. That's really the main component as to why we're not, closer to this all-time high. Because Ethereum is still well below that level. Still well below. $100K, then 18% correction. Time Traveler says no. Hasn't the Time Traveler already been wrong though? Hasn't Time Traveler already been wrong? Guys, I don't think Dogecoin is going to enter Coinbase. I don't think Coinbase is going to list Dogecoin. I doubt it. I doubt it. Don't think so. Joe says, imagine how many billions of dollars are sitting on the sidelines waiting for that right risk measure / buy signal. Yeah, it's totally possible. And it's also totally possible that after Bitcoin gets a true break of the all-time high, some of those billions will enter the market like could be soon, could be tonight, could be tomorrow, whatever. If we break the all-time high like for real and get like some momentum, it's possible that some of those billions will enter like right as we break out because they haven't gotten in yet. But they're seeing the all-time high break and they want to get in, and then that's institutional FOMO for you right there. Yeah, so for Ethereum right now is testing this previous high, of course, from November 23rd, 24th. We just got some resistance along there. We're coming back. We're testing this area where there was a lot of volume right on the area that we just bounced off of. There's a decent amount of volume there. So hopefully, we can hold that. If you start falling below this range and you fall below, what is it, 594, which is a previous resistance support. If you start falling below 594, then that could lead to a further correction. As long as you maintain these higher lows and you pop back up to the high, you may be looking for the highest price of the year. Now hold on, let me see. So Ethereum on the weekly is looking quite good as well. We have the speculative ceiling from 2017, which was the speculative floor in 2018, which became the speculative ceiling again in 2019, has turned into the speculative floor once again here in 2020. And we've built a really nice parabolic run off that low. We've built a really nice bounce off that low, really nice parabolic move off that point, which is really good to see that we're forming this parabolic trend for Ethereum off of that previous speculative ceiling as new support. Really nice to see. And if we just pull up the fibs, I mean, really the main area that you're looking for now is like what, 750 to 800. If you pull up your fibs from high to low, the next major target is around 668, 669. Though you could be targeting closer to 750, which is a previous resistance area and a previous support area as well. Someone said, why hasn't Ethereum pumped as much as Bitcoin? Guys, it has. Ethereum dumped more than Bitcoin, right? So it's lower. But in terms of percentages, Ethereum is actually up more than Bitcoin in the past year. Check out that stat. And also follow me on Twitter if you don't follow me on Twitter already. So yeah, Bitcoin up 165%, Ethereum up 310%, and Chainlink up 565%. So Chainlink is still the top performer. Yeah, ETH is down 1,000 from the all-time high, considering that we're at 605 right now, and the all-time is $1,400. Yeah. I mean, institutions are mostly interested in Bitcoin right now, not Chainlink, I mean, well, that's not true because I think Oracle was interested in Chainlink and Swift was also interested in Chainlink. So there's that. So what do we got here? Bitcoin at 19.5 again, trying to hold that. Ethereum now at what, 1604.58. I really hope we don't get an Ethereum 2 sell the news event. I mean, we've had a lot of momentum, you know, leading up to this point. We really want Bitcoin to hold 19.5, previous high, as new support. Homer says he set a Bitcoin transaction 10 hours ago and it still hasn't confirmed. Well, yeah, guys. I mean, make sure that your fees are up to speed, right, or up to par. You don't want to make sure that your fees are set correctly, because if you set your fees too low, it may take forever, right? Yeah, I mean, the Coinbase news for hosting Ethereum staking is also extremely bullish. Microsoft is interested in Ethereum, says Ron. I think I did hear that, but I'm not totally sure. You guys join that Discord. Someone's asking if you're going to learn technical analysis in the Discord. Well, I mean, that's not really, the Discord is not like a free TA lesson thing. That's not what it is. If you want to sign up for my Patreon one-on-one lessons, I do one-on-one like calls with people. You can do that. I can teach you some stuff. Yeah, also Amazon is using the Ethereum blockchain privately, right? They're using ETH privately. So that's interesting that Amazon is like, you know, creating infrastructure using Ethereum. Very interesting. Savage says that DOT is the new ETH. I mean, guys, that's a really bold statement. That's a really bold statement to say that DOT is the new Ethereum. I don't think you can really say that. That doesn't really make sense, guys, because do you understand like how much development, like you can sit there and speculate on a new coin and be like, oh, this is the new ETH and it's going to take over ETH one day and I'm going to buy in really low and it's going to go and it's going to make me a lot of money. I mean, guys, that's like saying that like Bitcoin Cash is going to take over Bitcoin. I don't think that DOT is going to take over Ethereum. It's very unlikely. Could it work alongside Ethereum in some cases? Sure. But yeah, I mean, Ethereum there's already so much infrastructure. There's already so much money being spent on Ethereum and the development and the infrastructure. There's so much being built on Ethereum that you would basically have to convince a huge portion of the crypto industry to get off of Ethereum and move to a new blockchain. And then like all of that time and money spent on Ethereum, developing Ethereum, is just like, they're not just going to give it up, guys. They're going to work really hard to make sure Ethereum is the top dog. And there's already a lot of scaling solutions being built for Ethereum. So I have hope that Ethereum probably will stay dominant. I don't really see any other, right now there's no other project that really has the amount of trust, the amount of adoption, the amount of, you know, time and investment placed into it than Ethereum. So it says Mark Demisel is bearish and waiting for a pullback. Yeah, I mean, guys, it totally could happen. You never know. Though, I mean, I was personally looking for this to be a dead cat bounce, right? I was looking for Bitcoin to pull back, bounce up, and then retrace again to the downside as like a dead cat bounce, and then pull back to, you know, 16K, 15K, as low as 14K. That would have been a really good buy target, but it didn't happen, right? So my analysis, my analysis underestimated the amount of demand there was for Bitcoin and the lack of supply that there was, right? I didn't realize how little supply there was available for Bitcoin, and I didn't realize how much demand there was for Bitcoin. So my analysis was wrong the other day because I was not anticipating those two major factors, right? Gen X says, did you see the Mike Tyson Roy fights the other day? Yes, I did, guys. I did, actually. It was pretty good. It was pretty damn good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun fight. It was like real boxing, and you could tell, this is off topic, but you could tell that they were a little older, like slightly slower. But Mike Tyson was really agile for his age, and he was strong. Mike Tyson was strong. I think Mike Tyson probably agreed with Roy that he wasn't going to do face or headshots, because I didn't really see Tyson go for that knockout. And I think he made an agreement with him. It was like, yeah, I won't knock you out. Let's just have fun, right? This is just an exhibition. Let's just have fun. I'm not going to like destroy you. And I'm pretty sure they made that agreement, but it was a fun fight. No, because passive income, it was like real boxing. Yeah, because we had all these like, I've been seeing all these like YouTube boxers and stuff. And that is like the worst boxing I've ever seen. And that's like what I'm used to now, like seeing like YouTubers boxing. And it was like nice to see like a real boxing match. The Jew is in the chat and says, Kevin, should I buy Bitcoin? I have cancer and I'm not sure if I will enjoy the profits. Well, if that's how you feel, you know, if you're going to buy into the market, you can buy in for the fun of being involved in the market and the fun of seeing how things play out. If you're not sure if that's your case right now, you know, I would just do it for the fun of it and not really care too much about if you're going to get the profits or not, if that really is your case, and just enjoy the process of being involved in the crypto market and being involved in the community. And you don't have to go too crazy, you know. I wouldn't, you know, if you really feel that way, I mean, you could spend your money on stuff that's more fulfilling, right? You could. But if you want to get involved in the community, then sure. Sanford says, if you had to buy one of them right now, what would you buy? Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Chainlink? That's pretty hard. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's always best to just buy Bitcoin. I don't know what your position is, though. I don't know what your position is in the market. Right now, I mean, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what I would want to say right now. Just looking at chat. Oh, wait. I gotta pull this up again. I exit out. Hold on one second. Gonna go to YouTube again. pull this up. My bad, guys. There we go. Sorry, I just lost the chat there for a second. My bad. Yeah, I mean, guys, there's a lot of people in the chat right now that are new, obviously, and there's a lot of people asking, like, should they be, you know, buying Bitcoin right now? What should they be buying? Should they be buying Ethereum? Should they be buying Chainlink? What should they buy? And it's like, you know, obviously, if you don't own any cryptos at all, you should start off with, there's not financial advice, but you should start off with Bitcoin probably. And there's like a rule in the crypto market, which is like, make sure that you own one Bitcoin before you own anything else. Now, of course, now that's getting a little bit more difficult because, of course, you know, Bitcoin's, you know, right next to $20,000. And for some people, you know, they don't have $20,000 to buy one Bitcoin first. So, but what I would say is get yourself some Bitcoin because, you know, you can speculate on these little coins, like the smaller cap coins, and think that, oh, I'm going to buy this cheap and it's going to, you know, make me a lot of money because it's cheap and it's going to go up. I mean, yeah, you can hope for that, but the reality, the way that things usually play out in the crypto market is that Bitcoin ultimately does the best. You make, you know, more steady, more secure gains rather than you buy some small coin and just rapidly pumps up. And then you're, you know, for a short period of time, you're really excited. You're really happy. Oh my God, my coin pumped. And then it dumps. And then Bitcoin's just slowly trending up, you know? So like Bitcoin is a nice asset to hold. It's a nice investment to hold. And I mean, it's still crazy volatile. It's insane. But it's still nice to hold compared to some of these smaller coins. So yeah, I mean, start off with Bitcoin, get yourself comfortable, and then move on to Ethereum, and then pick, you know, Chainlink is one of my favorite altcoins. Of course, it's one of the top performing coins. It's up 500%, 570% this year already. Crypto Advances, what is up? How's it going? If anyone's Spanish, you could check out Crypto Advances channel. Rico S. I remember this name. Rico S. I think I remember this name. I think you're one of the guys that, you know, it's really funny. Rico S. You were there in 2018 when Bitcoin was at the bear market low. Rico says, the dump was sketchy at best. I was trying to buy 16.2 daily support, but couldn't for 5 hours because of the AWS troubles at Coinbase. And I named Carlos. Oh, the plant. Yeah, you were back then. So guys, this plant right here, the name of this plant is Carlos. Rico S. at the bottom of the bear market in 2018 named this plant Carlos. And you know what's funny? When I go into my YouTube analytics and I look at like the revenue, the ad revenue, the tips or whatever, and I look in the past and I hit all time, the area with the biggest spike is the night that you and that other guy sent me like multiple $100 tips at a time. Like you guys were just like doing like a tip war or something. You guys were just like tipping like crazy, just like one after another. And you guys collectively tipped me. It wasn't just you guys, it was more than that. You guys collectively tipped me like, I don't even know, like $800 that night. It was insane. It was insane. But yeah, Rico S, I won't, because of that, I don't forget your name. Whenever you come up, I'm like, there he is. My screen is a little bit messed up. Hold on. I mean, we're kind of just stalling out again here, guys. We're kind of just stalling out again. We were close to the all-time high. I I mean, to be honest, guys, I may just end the stream now, and if we go up again, I'll come back on. But there's a few things that I do need to take care of. I also got to update everybody in my Patreon, which I haven't done today, so I got to do that. I'm going to update everybody in my Patreon after I get off here. And then if anything happens, I'll come back on, guys. I'll come back on. But for now that we're stalled, I'm going to go take care of a few things, end the stream. Again, if anything happens, I'll come back on. Before you guys go, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also make sure that you guys check all the links below. Sign up for Cryptowatch. Download this Cryptowatch desktop app. You can create custom layouts. It's free. Sign up for Cryptowatch for free. Create custom layouts on the Cryptowatch desktop app for free. And join Patreon if you want extra content. And the Discord channel, which is pinned, is free to join. So join that. And also, make sure to follow me on Twitter. I tweet a lot. I think my tweets are pretty entertaining, pretty good. If I can toot my own horn. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for me for now. We'll see how things play out. If we end up popping up again, I'll probably go live. But for now, that's gonna be it. And we'll see. People always want me to just like let the stream run, but I don't know if I want to do that. But anyway, guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hitting that like button. Thanks for subscribing. How many new subscribers did we get today? We got a few. Guys, we're almost at 33,000 subs. We're less than 100 away from 33,000 subs. So hit the hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's get up to 33K. That would be awesome. And again, if things start happening again, I'm going to go live again. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. Thanks for joining in. At the end of this stream, I'm going to play a few clips. Some the intros that I make, those cool intros. I can play some of them right now for you guys as I'm ending this stream. So stick around. We're going to watch some cool videos as this stream is ending. If you haven't seen them already, maybe you want to see them. I'll see you guys soon.
Big things have small beginnings.
Spaces, dance through light and altered places. Word of fight with you, gone on by a string. Oceans of blank space.
20 seconds till liftoff.
High on an airplane.
Good night, it's configured for flight.
Bridged by a light.
4, 3, 2, 1. And resilience rises. Not even gravity contains humanity when we explore as one for all.
Those aren't mountains. They're waves.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Brand Doyle, back to the Ranger now. Back here now. Brand, get back here now! We do not have time. The second wave is coming. We're in the middle of a swell.
I got it.
Go, go, go.
That last one did not work. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end the stream for now, and I'll be back later on, maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight. We'll see what happens. I'll talk to you guys soon.